Hey guys, welcome back to Bradshaw's Outdoors. I was in Napanee today and I stopped by the dollar store and they had some baits. Uh, these are micro baits and I think I'm going to start a collection of them because they're kind of cheap and they seem to be of decent quality for a dollar store. But this is this episode of Tackle Corner. Stay tuned and we're going to talk about why I bought these micro baits. Okay, so uh, with the micro baits here, I did buy one that's not a micro bait. It's a spinner bait. Uh, it's called the Terminator by Mako, which to me it resembles a spot check from Baker's Baits. Um, Now this was $1.25, so if it works, great. It's a cheap bait that works. If it don't, again, it was a cheap bait, right? So ow, 1 second. Okay, so it's just a classic spinner bait. What reminds me of the spot check is the spots right there. It's like a chartreuse. It's not glow in the dark, but silver spoon. It's about a 1/4 ounce. Even though these hooks are cheap, they're quite sticky. I've used these like spinner baits like this for walleye for years, and they work just fine. So if this works like let's say a spot check, or a Kim's Catcher, or a Baker's Little Snapper, something along those lines, or a Mem's Black Fury, then this is well worth the money. For 3 Mem's Black Theories, it's like $21.99. So $1.25. We'll see if it works. So now we go on to these micro crankbaits that I picked up. So I picked up 2 square bills and a lipless. We'll start with the smallest square bill first. Take it out of the package here. And this was $1.50. See what I mean by micro? The thing is tiny. It's got a little rattle. And I think as long as it runs nice, this should be a crappie killer. Oh, the hooks aren't that great either, but it doesn't take much to change out hooks. So the hooks are kind of trash, but the lure itself, it's not bad. The colors are okay. I've never fished with a micro crankbait before, so I'm not sure. But I figured you throw it on like light line, like 8-pound test or something like that, and it should do fine. But yeah, that's number 1 of this micro crankbaits. They have so many there of a selection. I'm gonna have to go back and just pick up a few more. Next, we'll go to the lipless. Not picking up. Okay. Alright, so there is no color tone or things on these to tell you what color they are. This is also $1.50. I think all the crankbaits at Dollarrama are $1.50. Just a little lipless crankbait, something like a Big O or a rattle trap. It's got a little rattle to it. Hooks are trash, but we can change them out. Yeah, this is like a gold. It's got like a peach bottom to it and black on top. I like the colors. And again, I'm trying to get into some more little baits for crappie and getting those monster bluegills that I know are up here, and the smallmouth bass. Because I find that the smallmouth won't really hit what the largemouth bass hit around here, because they got a smaller mouth, so you gotta use a smaller bait. And next, we're going into another little crankbait. This one's bigger than the other little square bill there and lipless, but I still class it as a micro because it's like a 1/4 ounce. It's not heavy, and I like the color. Silver with the white belly with the red on top. And then it's got the green here. Now, it's got a really nice rattle to this one. The hooks are slightly better than the other two. I really want to call this a square bill, but it's more like a rounded bill. So I'm not sure. This probably runs 4 to 5 feet deep, I think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing these little baits with, it won't fit in there. So that one's a little too big for my little box here. If you have any suggestions for other little micro baits that are really good in this area, you know, Ontario, Canada, it'd be much appreciated if you let me know in the comments, and maybe I can go pick a couple up. If you would like to send me a couple, or send me a lure there, here or there, or something to try out on a future video, my address is in the description. Well, in the description on my page, on my channel. You can always just send me something, and I'll be sure to open it on camera and possibly use it in a video. But that's it for me today. I just wanted to go over the 4 little baits that I picked up. Stay tuned for next week's podcast. It's going to be a good one. We're talking about fishing trips of the past and future, camping and fishing, hiking that we plan on doing right here in the near future, like in the next 2 or 3 months. So, and we're dropping the Outcast 2020 tackle giveaway next week also on the podcast. We'll explain it more then, and you can figure out how to get in on this. The box that I put together is worth $55, $65 with what's in it. So it's well worth entering. There's a couple catches to this, but I think that my fans or my followers can really help me get to this one little goal. And for that, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thanks for watching. This is Donnie with Bradshaw's Outdoors, and this has been Tackle Corner. See you next time.